Hey, welcome to my channel. Are you a yoga teacher that's looking to improve the audio quality of your online yoga classes? Do students complain that it's difficult to hear you during your class, when you're using the built-in mic on your smartphone? Have you tried using a wireless lavalier microphone system only to discover that when you plug it into your phone, you can no longer hear the students on the call? Stick around and I'm going to show you how to get professional quality audio from your Zoom classes so that your students are happy and that you don't want to pull your hair out while you're teaching online. My name is Rick, and I'm technically a yogi. Let's get into it. Okay, so here's the problem. You're a yoga teacher adapting to our new socially distanced reality, and you've decided to take your yoga classes online. But when it comes to streaming, your audio sounds less like you're communicating from this cutting-edge technology over a high-speed internet connection, and more like you're calling out postures through some tin cans tied to a string. As amazing as these little computers that we carry around in our pockets are, the built-in microphones in them leave a lot to be desired, especially when you're broadcasting something like an asana practice where the camera might need to be all the way across the room just to fit you into the frame. Enter the wireless lavalier microphone system. Now these are tiny little mics that you can clip onto your clothing, and they'll transmit a quality audio signal to the receiving unit. So this is the transmitter, this is the receiving unit. And then you'll plug this into your phone or your camera. Now in future videos, I'll have more in-depth reviews of some of the various options out there, but the two main wireless options that I recommend are the Rode Wireless Go and the Saramonic Blink 500. Either of these units will dramatically improve the audio of your classes and will sound much better than even Bluetooth headsets like Apple AirPods. But they do come with a major drawback. Once you plug these into the headphone port or the headphone port adapter on your smartphone, you will no longer be able to hear your students because the phone thinks that both the microphone and headphone modules in the device are in use. Now what this results in is great audio for your students, but now they can't communicate back to you. Now in the past, I've suggested using a second device to log in as a student and muting the speakers on one device, turning down the audio on the other, yada, yada, yada. Now it generally works, but it's kind of a mess. Today, I'm going to show you a much easier way, and all it requires is a $20 adapter and a portable speaker. So let's get you set up to live stream those classes. The adapter I'm referring to is the Rode SC6. Now the main purpose of this little guy is for interview type settings to allow you to record two lavalier microphones into the audio jack on your phone at the same time, while also allowing you to monitor that audio using a pair of headphones. But for online live yoga classes, we're going to take it a little bit further and use it to allow us to broadcast the audio from our wireless lavalier microphone system and still be able to hear people on the other end of our call. So let's take a closer look at the SC6. Fun unboxing stuff here. It comes with other stuff, directions, but we don't really need all that. What we're primarily concerned with today is going to be this little guy right here. Now on the side of the SC6, you'll find three 3.5 millimeter ports. Two are labeled with microphone symbols and one labeled for a pair of headphones. Now you'll notice that the microphone ports have little gray rings around them while the headphone one is black. With Rode products, anytime there's a gray connector, that means it uses what's called a TRRS connection. In upcoming videos, I'll go into more detail explaining the difference between TRS and TRS audio connections, but the basics that you need to know for today is that TRS is generally used for audio devices like microphones and dedicated video cameras, while TRRS connections are what's commonly used in smartphones and computers. Now, you can tell the difference between a TRS and a TRRS connection because the TRRS plug will have three usually black bands around it, while the TRS will only have two. Now the main thing to remember is that you have to use the correct type of plug or you'll end up with no audio. So let's get back to the SC6 and how we can use it to our advantage. Because it has those gray ports, we know we have to plug in a TRRS cable into it to get it to work. If you're using the Saramonic Blink, then that should have come with a TRS to TRRS cable. If you're using something like the Rode Wireless Go, then you may need to purchase a separate TRS to TRRS cable or adapter. So let's get into setting everything up. First, I'm going to take the TRS end of the audio cable. Remember, it's the one with 2 black bands on the plug, and I'm going to insert it into the line out port on the wireless receiver. Next, the TRRS plug on the end of the cable is going to go into the microphone port on the SC6. Now, because I'm using a newer iPhone for my live streams, I'll need to plug the SC6 into an Apple to headphone lightning adapter as well. I'm telling you, the dongle lifestyle struggle is real, people. So just plug that right in there. Now from here, I can plug it all into my phone, open up Zoom or Skype or FaceTime or whatever, and start broadcasting with great quality audio, even when I'm far away from my camera or in a forward fold or with my back to the camera. You get the idea. We still have the problem of not being able to hear the people on the other end of our call. Now this is where the magic of the SC6 happens. Instead of using headphones with the headphone port on the SC6, what we're going to do is we're going to take a 3.5 millimeter audio cable, we're going to plug it into any portable speaker with an auxiliary input port. Now, if you're a yoga teacher, then you probably have one of these laying around somewhere that you've used for group classes or something to project your music. So we take this, we plug it into the headphone port on here, and the other end gets plugged into our speaker. Instantly, your students can hear you from your wireless mic system, and you'll be able to hear them over the portable speaker. As an added bonus, you can use the other microphone in port on the SC6 and hook up your iPod, laptop, tablet, or another phone to broadcast your music playlist to your students at the same time. Now, content creator disclaimer. Please only use royalty-free music or songs that you have the express permission to use. Don't just start teaching from your favorite Spotify or Pandora playlists. I'll talk more about the ethics and legalities of using music as a yoga teacher in future videos. So there you have it. I know as yoga teachers, we're all struggling in this transition to teaching online, so I hope you found this information in this video helpful. If so, I'd really appreciate it if you'd like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'll be putting up all kinds of useful content related to yoga and technology. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Until then, Redbeard out.